Shalom Yasharala. Welcome. And all praise as always to the Most High, power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob for everything that he worthy to be praised for everything. And glory to Mashiach Yahushua, the Most High's glory. As always, we're going to start off with Colossians 3:17. And whatsoever you do, a word or deed, do all by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua. Give you thanks to the Most High and the Father by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua. So all that we say and do is going to be in the name of the anointed Savior, going to the Most High on our behalf. And we thank the Most High for everything, but he's worthy to be praised for everything. You know, I was, as I've been going over this lesson on as far as we, sin against the Most High, he told us to hearken unto his voice. And it's apparent that we didn't listen. And I was looking at, okay, well, what is it that we did that we do the same thing over and over again? Continue to do the same thing. So we have to really look at this spiritually and make a difference so that we won't do the same thing and get the same results. Because it's not gonna be any different result. You're doing the same thing that we've done before, it's gonna be the same result. He said, listen to me, do what I say do. You don't want to do what I say do? Then hey, I'm going to bring these curses upon you. I'm going to jack you up. Straight up. I'm going to jack you up. And he did. As you can see, our condition now, because we're not blessed as a people, as a nation. And it's more or less, this is all about the Israelites, who we are. I'm not talking to anyone else. They can listen if you want to, but it's talking to the Israelites. Listen what the word says. Go tell my people Israel. So that's what we're going to do. Talk to ourselves, amongst ourselves. It's not a rubber conversation, it's to the Israelites. Look at Jeremiah, the 8th chapter. Verse 10. It says, therefore will I give their wives unto others, and their fields to them that shall inherit them. For every one, from the least even unto the greatest, is given to covetousness. From the prophet even unto the priest, everyone dealeth falsely. So the Most High told us here, he's going to give our wives to others. That's why you look at our women. They've been passed from the Egyptians to the Syrians to the Babylonians to the Persian and Median Empire to the Greek Empire to the Roman Empire to every empire and every nation that had us in captivity outside of them. Ammon, Moab, the Chinese, Japanese, you name them. Everybody had our wives unto others. Until this captivity here. And now it's being promoted. In their fields to them that shall inherit them. Every one, from the least even to the greatest, is given to covetousness. Design everything that somebody else has. Or jealous of somebody. That's the Willie Lynch. But Most High put the Willie Lynch right here in the Bible. Covetousness. From the prophet even unto the priest, everyone dealeth falsely. Hear that? They dealing falsely. That's why we got to come back and deal righteously in the eyes of the Most High. Not in the eyes of man, because a lot of men, they worried about how another man looks at them. I can give a damn about how another man look at me. It's about how the Most High and the Mashiach Yahushua looks at me. And you too. You should think as such. Because I say they don't, like it says. I mean, here it is. I can read it to you. It ain't something I'm making up. It's right in the scriptures. Men want to be somebody to another man. You better be somebody to the Most High. I tell you in Ecclesiastes 23:19, such a man only feareth the eyes of man. See? How a man looking at him. and knoweth not that the eyes of the Most High are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men, and considering the most secret parts. You know, nobody know partiality to no one. Most High have no respect to person. He have respect to Israel, we as a nation. So he said everybody dealing falsely. At this time he was saying, for they have healed the hurt of the daughter of my people slightly, saying peace, peace, when there is no peace. You know? Like now, they talk about peace, peace, peace. Ain't no peace. We getting gunned down. What's the verdict? Not guilty. Zechariah 11:5 all day long. Because the Most High says it's going to happen. What's going to take to rouse Judah up? Raise him up. Certain things being done to make it happen. It's in the Most High's hand. Man can't do this. It's in the Most High's hand. Talking about peace, peace. Ain't no peace. There is no peace. Were they ashamed when they had committed abomination? So weren't you ashamed to break the Most High's laws, Israel? Nay, say no. They were not at all ashamed. You know? Doing all this wickedness. Ain't no shame in the game. Feeling good about being wicked before the Most High. Not following what he say do. Neither could they blush. Therefore shall they fall among them that fall. You know? Therefore shall they fall among them that fall. In the time of their visitation, they shall be cast down, saith the Most High, power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, now and forever. Hear what he said? Therefore shall they fall among them that fall. So you won't fall among them that fall. Better wake up and realize what time it is, because this is real. In the time of their visitation, when the Most High say, when I visit you, you're going to fall. They shall be cast down. You're going to be cast down. Who said it? The Most High is telling you this. I will surely consume them. You know, you're consuming fire. He's a consuming fire. He said, I will melt you. He said, I will surely consume them. Said the Most High. This ain't man, this the Most High. He said, I will surely consume them, said the Most High. There shall be no grapes on the vine, nor figs on the fig tree, and the leaf shall fade, and the things that I have given them shall pass away from them. And it's real. Our land desolate. You know, you can look over there, anybody bringing forth information in Israel, they say, look, just some remnants of something that we had before. But you look at the ground, it's all nothingness. That's it. Desolation, like he said, because of us. That's what he's saying. Ain't no grapes on the vine. Ain't no vines if you have no grapes on. Ain't no fig trees. It's desolate. You say, why do we sit still? Assemble yourselves and let us enter into the defense cities, and let us be silent there. For the Most High our power have put us to silence and given us water of gall to drink, because we have sinned against him. You hear that? We have sinned against the Most High. So this is what he did to us. We as the chosen people of the Most High, we look for peace, but no peace came, no good came. We look for peace, ain't no good come, ain't no peace come. And for a time of health, and behold, trouble. Why? Because we refuse to follow the Most High's word. And this is the result. Listen. Verse 17. It says, for behold, I will send serpents cockatrice among you, which will not be charmed. You can't make them go the way you want them to go at all. They on a mission. Spirits of the Most High. And they shall bite you, said the Most High. You understand? You better recognize. I said spirits of the Most High, right? Let's prove it. Go to Ecclesiastes 39 and 28. There be spirits, Ecclesiastes 39 and 28. In the Apocrypha, it says there be spirits that are created for vengeance. See, the Most High angry with us. He angry with us then, now, and we got to get it together. To take his anger away from us and do the right thing and not do the same thing that we've been doing, that you're going to hear in this lesson, that you've been hearing in this lesson. See, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes in the time of destruction. They pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. So we see, we looking for serpents, cockatrices, serpents. So listen, what are they? First one he named is fire and hell and famine and death. Spirits that are created for vengeance. Death is a spirit of vengeance of the Most High. All these were created for vengeance. Now he named some more. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions. And here we go with serpents. What are they? Verse 28, there be spirits that are created for vengeance. You see that? Verse 30, teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. See? So they shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth. They right here on the earth. When need is, when the Most High need them, you can call for them, they right here on the earth. And when their time has come, when he told them, like he said, he's going to have serpents, which will not be charmed, and they shall bite you, said the Most High. And when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. They're going to do exactly what he said and bite you. Listen. Jeremiah said, when I would comfort myself against sorrow, my heart is faint in me. Behold, the voice of the cry of the daughter of my people, because of them that dwell in a far country. How about over here, in this western hemisphere? Is not the Most High in Zion? Is not her king in her? Why have they provoked me to anger with their graven images and with strange vanities, like these religions and so forth? It has nothing to do with, thus say the Most High, in keeping his laws, statutes, commandments, his rules and regulations. Having faith in a Mashiach Yahushua, a so-called black man. I mean, you got to denounce the so-called white man representing Caesar Borgia and representing a Mashiach Yahushua, because you're not dealing with the truth. If you don't deal with the fact that that last upper picture is a lie, the Borgia family, you're not dealing with the truth, pastors. There's 5 people in that picture. You ain't dealing with that. You dealing with, because our people praying to the white man, so-called white man, because he's red. This is what it said in verse 20. The harvest is past. The harvest is past. The summer is ended. Summer is ended. And we are not saved. You know what he said? And we are not saved. We ain't saved. We got to be saved, as it tells you in Luke 1:68-71. From our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us. For the hurt of the daughter of my people am I hurt. He said, I am black. He ain't say he's white or green or red or whatever colors y'all come up with. Purple and all these different colored peoples. I ain't never seen all these colored people, but y'all call them Y'all name them out. Yo, I forgot about yellow. You know, for the hurt of the daughter of my people, I am hurt. I am black. Establishment have taken hold on me. You say he's black. I am black. I mean, it is what it is. You can't gainsay on it. He said, I am black. Job 30:30, I am black. He said, my skin is black upon me. So it is what it is. Look at Jeremiah 14. Jeremiah the 14th chapter. In verse 7. O Most High, though our iniquities testify against us, do thou it for thy name's sake. For our backslidings are many. We have sinned against thee. You know, our backslidings are many. What have we done? We sinned against the Most High. For you to say that we're not under the law or we don't have to follow his rules and regulations, that's what laws are. Rules and regulations. You can relate to that. Because you ain't going out of your house without rules and regulations. You have a house, you have children, you ain't got rules and regulations that you got to set up and boundaries for them, for yourself. You know, since you owned by the state you were born in, from your birth certificate and your license, they want you to carry a license and registration and all of that. They enforce that, don't they? Though that's not real, but they still enforce it. He would have said, O Most High, though our iniquities testify against us, do thou it for thy name's sake. For the Most High's name's sake. And see, when you hear namesake, it represents Yah. It's short for Yahweh, but it represents our name is Yahweh. Yashar Allah. Well, he's Yahweh. We're Yashar Allah. See, the Yah is in our name. It represents the Israelites. They said for their name's sake, for our backslidings are many. Our backslidings are many. Not my backslidings are many. Our backslidings are many. Our backslidings are many. We have sinned against thee. Now, I want to bring something out too, since we're in Jeremiah 14 chapter. Pay attention to this. Go to verse 1 and 2. It says, the word of the Most High that came to Jeremiah concerning the dirt. Right? Like a famine. It says, Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish, they are black unto the ground. And the cry of Jerusalem has gone up. So some want to say that they were black into the ground because of the dirt or the famine. Now, do your research on this. When the Holocaust happened in Germany, when Hitler had a few Jewish people starving to death, did they turn black? Or did they turn lighter? Now, when you have people that have pigmented melanin, when you're starving, yeah, you turn darker. You get darker and darker and darker. Do your research on that. So yeah, we would be going black and turning blacker than what we are. Do the research on that. They didn't get darker. They got lighter. We get darker as you starve. Don't have any food. That's a known fact. Okay, let's jump up to verse 17. It says, therefore thou shalt say this word unto them. Let mine eyes run down with tears night and day, and let them not cease. For the virgin daughter of my people is broken with a great breach, with a very grievous blow. Yeah, it says, let my eyes run down with tears day and night. Say, for the virgin daughter of my people is broken with a great breach, with a very grievous blow. If I go forth into the field, then behold the slain with the sword. So go look, there we are, slain on the ground from the sword. And if I enter into the city, then behold them that are sick with famine. You go into the city. See, we as a people that's sick from food shortage. Yeah, both the prophet and the priest go about into a land that they know not, in captivity. Have thou utterly rejected Judah? Hast thy soul loathed Zion? Why hast thou smitten us, and there is no healing for us? We look for peace, and there is no good. And for the time of healing, and behold, trouble. Why? Because the Most High told us he's going to do this. If we ain't listen to him, we ain't listen to his voice, hear his word, hear the word of the Most High, and do his commandments. Listen, we acknowledge, O Most High, verse 20, our wickedness and the iniquity of our fathers. This is what works. We acknowledge O Most High, our wickedness and the iniquity of our fathers, for we have sinned against thee. See, the result is what he said he's going to do. And here it is. We're crying out to him. We acknowledge, O Most High, our wickedness and the iniquity of our fathers, the wickedness of our forefathers. For we have sinned against thee. We sinned against the Most High. So here we are now. Go to hold that. Get Lamentations 5 and 10. Here we are now. It's the next chapter over. 5 and 7. Salakia. Lamentations 5 and 7 say, our fathers have sinned. That's why he's crying out. And the iniquity of our fathers, for we have sinned against thee. Here it is. We sin again. Our fathers have sinned. Lamentations 5 and 7. Our fathers have sinned and are not, meaning they're not here. And we have borne their iniquity. So we carried their iniquity. That's why when you look at, we carried the iniquities of our forefathers. That's why when the other nations, especially Esau, don't want to accept the fact that the Most High tell him in Isaiah 14:21, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. They can't handle that. But you see here with us, in Lamentations 5 and 7, it says our fathers have sinned, our forefathers sinned. So they say, oh, they did that, now they're not responsible. We're not responsible for what they did. Listen what it says, our fathers have sinned. Our forefathers sinned. And are not, they're not here. And we that's living now have borne or carried their iniquities. See? So what goes around comes around. That's what the Most High. Servants have ruled over us. See, the servants are the people that we supposed to be ruling over them. But our servants have ruled over us. There was none that does deliver us out of their hand. No, because ain't no man going to deliver us out of their hand. Only the Most High, when he said on Mashak Shai, to judge and make war and set righteousness on this earth. See, look, see our skin, verse 10, our skin was black like an oven because of the terrible famine. You see, that's what I was telling you. We get darker as we starve or don't have any food. But the Jewish people got lighter. Look, check it out. Look what they did. They ravaged, they raped the women in Zion and made in the maize in the cities of Judah. Princes are hanged up by their hand. The faces of elders were not honored. They took the young men to grind, and the children fell under the wood in the stocks. The elders have ceased from the gate, the young men from their music. Why? Jeremiah 14 and 20. We acknowledge, O Most High, our wickedness and the iniquity of our fathers, for we have sinned against thee. We sinned against the Most High, so he said he's going to do all this, and he's the one that's doing all this. He said, do not abhor us, do not hate us, Most High, for thy name's sake. Do not disgrace the throne of thy glory. Remember, break not thy covenant with us. With who? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to the 12 tribes of Israel. That's the agreement, the contract that the Most High had with us. He's crying out to the Most High. He says, are there any among the vanities of the Gentiles, these other nations, that can cause rain? Or can the heavens give showers? Art not thou he, O Most High power, our power? Therefore we will wait upon thee. Thou hast made all these things. Can't do nothing but wait. But we cause it upon ourselves. Look at Jeremiah 15 and 1. Then said the Most High unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be toward this people. See, they was crying out to me. Moses said, my mind could be toward this people. Cast them out of my sight and let them go forth. He said, cast them away from me. You understand, the Most High said, I love Jacob. I love you. He said, you don't need no king. All you need is me. And we desire to be like the heathen. That's why he said, cast them out of my sight and let them go forth. We want to deal with idolatry, idols and so forth, as it is today. And it shall come to pass, if they say unto me, unto thee, whither shall we go forth? He said, cast them out of my face. Get them out of my face. Let them go forth. And they ask you, where are we going to go? Then thou shalt tell them, thus say the Most High, such as are for death to death. Such as you that I'm going to kill, take out of here, you set for death. And such as are for the sword, to the sword. Some of you that's going to be to the sword, to the sword. And such as are for the famine, you're not going to have anything to eat, to the famine. And such as are for the captivity, to the captivity. Some of you going into captivity. And I will appoint over them 4 kinds. He said he's going to appoint over us 4 kinds, said the Most High. The sword to slay, and the dogs to tear. Listen, you know what he's saying? The sword to slay us, to kill us, the dogs to tear us apart, and the fowls of the heaven to eat the dead bodies and so forth, and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy. Like he said, you got spirits that are created for vengeance, and they're going to follow the commandment of the Most High. They're not going to break his commandment like we did. He said, I will cause them to be removed into all kingdoms of the earth, because of Manasseh the son of Hezekiah, king of Judah, for that which he did in Jerusalem. Man, just having one bad leader, one bad king, we all suffer. All of you suffer behind one bad leader. For who shall have pity upon thee, O Jerusalem? So who gonna have pity on you, Jerusalem, Israelites? Or who shall bemourn you? Who gonna be crying over you? Or who shall go aside to ask how thou doest? How you doing? Thou hast forsaken me. See what the Most High say? You forsaken, we forsake him. Said the Most High, thou art gone backwards. Therefore will I stretch out my hand against thee and destroy thee. I am weary with repenting. See, I'm tired of hearing, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. He said, I'm weary with repenting. Like he said, repent. And keep the laws of the Most High. Most High said he weary with repenting. He wants to be obedient. Period. He said, I will fan them with the fan in the gates of the land. I will bereave them of children. I will destroy my people. Wow. Hear what he said? I will destroy my people, and we are destroyed. Since they return not from their ways, you don't want to return back to him to do what's right. See, I'm going to destroy you. He said, then at the same time, when you fear him, you start to see that, you realize, oh, the Most High is dealing with me, and you start to cry to him. He said, I'm going to mock and laugh at you. In Proverbs 1:24 now. What do you think the angels going to be doing? They're going to be doing the same thing as the Most High. Following suit. Can you imagine that? Laughter in heaven. In the fourth dimension. Better recognize. He said, their widows are increased to me above the sand of the sea. Seas. Can you imagine that? I mean, a lot of men were killed. Because widows mean they lost their husbands. See, I have brought upon them against the mother of the young men a spoiler at noonday. I have caused him to fall upon it suddenly, and terrors upon the city. That's what happened with us. The Most High brought us down for not following him. Look at Jeremiah 40th chapter. Jeremiah the 40th chapter. That's why, Israel, we got to come back to the Most High. We got to look at what we did wrong and don't repeat the same thing over and over again. He wants to be obedient. Look. Jeremiah 40:1. The word that came to Jeremiah from the Most High. After that, Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, had let him go from Ramah, when he had taken him, being bound in chains, among all that were carried away captive of Jerusalem and Judah, which were carried away captive unto Babylon, going into captivity, in chains. And the captain of the guard took Jeremiah and said unto him, the Most High thy power, see, the Most High your power, have pronounced this evil upon this place. Now even the nations know. He said, the Most High your power have pronounced this evil upon this place. Now the Most High have brought it and done according as he had said. Because ye have sinned against the Most High. See that? Because we sinned against the Most High and have not obeyed his voice. So you want obedience. Therefore this thing has come upon you. Look at Deuteronomy 29, 24 and 25. There's not much that we could say at the time when we were involved in this trouble except for what you hear our ancestors saying. Learn from what they're saying and what they did. Deuteronomy 29 and 24. Even all nations shall say, wherefore hath the Most High done thus unto this land? What meaneth the heat of this great anger? See our land desolate like it is? Then men shall say, because they have forsaken the covenant of the Most High power of their fathers, which he made with them when he brought them forth out of the land of Egypt. For they went and served other gods, other idols, just like it is today. Semiramis, Nimrod, from all the way back to Genesis, all the way to today, different names, but the same entities. And Tammuz, you got Semiramis, and you got her holding that black boy on her lap and all that, all the way back from the time of Nimrod, and Semiramis, his mama / wife, who had a son named Tammuz. The same thing that you're doing now. The same thing, Baal worship and all that. It says, for they went and served other gods, and worshipped them, gods whom they knew not, and whom they had not given unto them, whom he had not given to them. And the anger of the Most High was kindled against this land, to bring upon it all the curses that are written in this book. And the Most High rooted them out of their land in anger and in wrath. You see Jeremiah in chains. And the Most High rooted them out of their land in anger and in wrath and in great indignation, and cast them into another land as it is this day. Go back to Jeremiah 40. You see verse 1? The word that came to Jeremiah from the Most High after that Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, had let him go from Ramah, when he had taken him being bound in chains. He was in chains among all that were carried away captive of Jerusalem and Judah, which were carried away captive into Babylon. And the captain of the guard took Jeremiah and said unto him, the Most High thy power hath pronounced this evil upon this place. They know the Most High pronounced this evil upon this place. Now the Most High have brought it. The Most High have brought it, and done according as he hath said, because ye have sinned against the Most High, and have not obeyed his voice. Therefore this thing has come upon you. He said, now, behold, I loose thee this day from the chains which were upon thine hand. If it seem good unto thee to come with me into Babylon, come, and I will look well unto thee. But if it seem ill unto thee to come with me into Babylon, forbear. Behold, all the land is before thee. Whether it seemeth good and convenient for thee to go, thither go. What do you think he had to do? He had to go. Look at Jeremiah. (44). And this is, I'm gonna deal with this because this is something that people are dealing with and honoring and celebrating Christmas within this chapter. Look at Jeremiah 44. Just, let's see. Start out. See, we always, like I said, uh, dealt with following the way of the heathen. From Nimrod to Semiramis, this is what you're looking at here. Jeremiah 44, let's look at verse 3. The Most High said, because of their wickedness, which they have committed to provoke me to anger, in that they went to burn incense and to serve other gods, whom they knew not, neither they, nor their fathers. So we burn incense to other gods, other idols, that we didn't know. No, our forefathers knew. Just like our forefathers don't know anything about these names and all these different religions and so forth. They didn't know nothing about them. Howbeit I sent unto you all my servants, the prophets, rising early and sending them, saying, oh, do not this abominable thing that I hate. He sent the servants like we are here crying to you now, saying, stop being wicked. Stop committing abomination before the Most High. You say he rose up early in the morning, sending them, saying, oh, do not this abominable thing that I hate. Just the Most High is speaking to us. Do not this abominable thing that he hates. But they hearken not. They ain't listen. They ain't listen to the voice of the Most High. But they hearken not, nor incline their ear to turn from their wickedness, to burn no incense unto other gods. See? Incense is supposed to be going up to the Most High. Angels supposed to be taking the prayers to the Most High. That's what's supposed to be happening, not to no other gods, no other powers, no other idols. Look at Revelation 8 and 3. And another angel came and stood at the altar, having a golden censer. That censer is where they had an incense. And there was given unto him much incense, much righteous incense, that he should offer it with the prayers of all saints upon the golden altar which was before the throne. Listen, and the smoke of the incense which came with the prayers of the saints. That's why we burn incense when we send up prayers. Frankincense and myrrh. And the smoke of the incense which came with the prayers of the saints ascended up before the Most High out of the angel's hand. Not burning no incense to no queen of heaven or no other idols. Jeremiah 44 and 5. But they hearken not. The Most High told us, do not this abominable thing that I hate. But you think we want to listen? But they hearken not, nor incline their ear to turn from their wickedness, to burn no incense unto other gods, to other idols. Wherefore my fury and my anger was poured forth, and was kindled in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem, and they are wasted and desolate as at this day. Beautiful land, beautiful earth, pretty earth, but it's desolate and waste as at this day in Israel. You got people pointing to things. You got to do is point to things that used to be, remnants of something that used to be. Desolate, wasted, as the Most High said, as at this day. Therefore now, thus say the Most High, the power of hosts, power of armies, the power of Israel. Wherefore commit ye this great evil against your souls, to cut off from you man and woman, child and suckling out of Judah, to leave you none to remain. So I'm going to kick all of y'all out. You already kicked the northern tribes out. They were dealing with idolatry. You think Judah would have learned a lesson? Say, you see what he did to them? That's one thing about us I noticed. You can see whatever's going on, see what happened to somebody, then you do the same thing. And here we are, stuck in the same, get the same result. Never learn. That's what I say, ever learning, but never coming to the knowledge of the truth. So why you allow this great evil against your souls to cut off from you, man and woman, child and suckling, even little babies out of Judah, to leave you none to remain, and that you provoke me unto wrath with the works of your hands, burning incense unto other gods in the land of Egypt, whither ye be gone to dwell, that ye might cut yourselves off, and that ye might be a curse and a reproach among all the nations of the earth. See, don't you know you have, most I said, don't you know you have the power of powers of powers? When you gonna go to some measly little idol that can't do nothing for you? You gotta carry it around, you gotta, whatever you're gonna do, you gotta wash it off, you gotta dust it off, everything. Say, you got, man, that's why I say we retarded or just done lost it. I mean, you talk about autism, man. This is straight autism to the utmost. That's why we got to come back, Israel. Use your mind, think. Have you forgotten the wickedness of your fathers and the wickedness of the kings of Judah and the wickedness of their wives and your own wickedness and the wickedness of your wives, which they have committed in the land of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem? The women was wicked. And the men was wicked right along with them. Seeing they being wicked, you wicked, and you see them being wicked, you don't do nothing about it. They are not humbled even unto this day. That's why I say, you think it's not important? You hear the Most High speaking to us? He said, they are not humbled even until this day. He put until this day for a reason. You think it's not important to be humble? Have a broken and contrite spirit before the Most High? You hear what he said? They are not humble even until this day. Neither have they feared, nor walked in my law, nor in my statutes that I set before you and before your fathers. Serious. You think it's not important to come back to his laws, statutes, and commandments and see what's right and do what's right so you can please him? And not know, man, you're scared of how a man looking at you. You better be thinking about how the Most High and Mashiach Yahweh Shai is dealing with you. You say you please the Most High, you make even your enemies be at peace with you. That's what you should be working toward. That Lord Yah. That we can have that from the Most High, the power of powers. You know, it's a terrible thing to fall into the hands of the living power with the Most High on with you. When he was with us, shoot, the nation was like, leave them alone. He was doing what's right. He was righteous in the eyes of the Most High. You better leave them alone. Because they probably going to fight for them. Listen. But since we didn't, it say, therefore thus said the Most High of hosts, Most High of armies, Most High power of angels, that are his armies. And we just read about those spirits. He make his spirits, he make his angel spirits. Same thing. The power of Israel. Behold, I will set my face against you for evil, and to cut off all Judah. Cut you off. He's going to set his face for evil. He made the evil for us, or those that want to be evil. The Most High got something for you. That's why he said he said, I will set my face against you for evil. He don't send the evil because you're trying to do what's right. You're doing what's right. He send the evil because you want to be wrong. You want to do what's wrong. This is what he said in verse 10. They are not humbled even unto this day. Neither have they feared. They ain't feared the Most High. They ain't afraid of the Most High. They're not scared of the Most High. But y'all think that fear means something different, huh? You better understand. Nor walked in my law. He already said, nor walked in the Most High's law. That's his law. Not our law, that's his law. Nor in my statutes, those are his statutes that I set before you and before your fathers. Verse 12. And I will take the remnant of Judah that have set their faces to go into the land of Egypt, to sojourn there. They want to go back to Egypt, to sojourn there, to live there. And they shall all be consumed and fall in the land of Egypt. See, I'm going to kill them all. Remember, the Most High is consuming fire. He said they're going to all be consumed, and they're going to die in the land of Egypt. They shall even be consumed by the sword and by the famine. So I'm going to kill them by the sword and by food shortage. They shall die, from the least even to the greatest, by the sword and by the famine. And they shall be an execration and an astonishment and a curse and a reproach. For I will punish them that dwell in the land of Egypt, as I have punished Jerusalem, by the sword, by the famine, and by the pestilence. That's the vengeance of the Most High. That's the judgment of the Most High for not following his law. You think it's not important? So you're going to just eliminate the Most High and what he's saying here, and now something changed since you were in 2018? But you've been doing the same thing forever, saying these abominable words to the congregation. We don't have to follow. See what he said? His laws. My law, nor in my statutes. His laws and statutes. You think it's not important? You better hear the word. Because it's going to come worse than you ever can imagine. And this time, this is the last time. Mashiach coming to judge and make war. When he said, what you going to do when he visits you? You better recognize. Verse 14, so that none of the remnant of Judah, which are gone into the land of Egypt to sojourn there, shall escape or remain, that they should return into the land of Judah. They ain't coming back. They went to the land of Egypt. I'm going to kill them there, he said. They ain't coming back to Judah. To the which they have a desire to return to dwell there, for none shall return, but such as shall escape. So ain't none going to return except those that escape. And all the men which knew that their wives had burned incense unto other gods, and all the women that stood by, a great multitude, a whole lot of women did this. There's a great multitude of men and women. Even all the people that dwelt in the land of Egypt in Pathros answered Jeremiah, saying, listen what they said to him. As to the words that thou hast spoken unto us, in the name of the Lord, B'Hashem Mashiach Yahushua, Yahweh B'Hashem Mashiach Yahushua, Most High B'Hashem Mashiach Yahushua, we will not hearken unto thee. Hear that? Say, what you saying to us in the name of the anointed Savior, through the power of the Most High, we ain't gonna listen to you. See? I mean, he's coming with the word of the Most High. The Most High is saying this.